I'm gonna walk away from the camera real quick just to show you I'm walking and I just slid a couple of inches. So this is what drivers have to face when they're heading out of their houses this morning. Right now the sun is shining, it's shining very bright, but if you get stuck in those shady areas, it's going to be cold. Deputies say that the victim that they found in this car was also a suspect. He's one of the main suspects. Very high voter turnout, and already so far right now, Boone County Clerk Taylor Burks joins me live. Nearly 150 bills were truly agreed on and passed by those lawmakers. Please tell me that the driver swerved off the road and actually drove up this utility pole. So you can see this very active scene behind me. Police have been here since about 3 o'clock this morning. A white truck revved up its engine when he saw the group of men behind her. You can already see it leaning over the sidewalk, and it kind of looks like it's leaning about halfway over the sidewalk. The city does have this app called Como Recycle and Trash. It could be 75 degrees outside, but if the ground is dry, then a spark from a firework can start a fire. And I'm gonna have our photographer kind of zoom in to show you what we're seeing here. We can see troopers and the officers down there are actively searching this white Ford Focus. She's been living on this street for about 30 years or more, and during those 30 years she never heard of any break-ins happening, but just after a couple days after this light goes out, there's a burglary. There are 24 other closed roads like this, and the one that we were at earlier on Strawn Road and Worley Street, that one did have severe flooding. Police do tell me that Hendricks is considered armed and dangerous and not alone. But the houses behind me, you can see it's a good thing that the family got out because there is no roof on this house. I could step out of the way so you can see it a little bit better.
Hundreds of people gathered in Osage Beach today to say their final goodbyes to a fallen law enforcement officer. Thanks for joining us. I'm Ashley Strohmeyer.
And I'm Lucas Geisler. Today, the community celebrated the life and honored the life of 26-year-old Miller County Deputy Casey Shoemate, who was killed Friday after a head-on collision on Route Y between Eldon and Rocky Mount while responding to a fire. ABC 17's Kirstie Crawford was at the service today and spoke with first responders and family friends who say Shoemate's wit and laughter will be sorely missed.
Deputy Casey Shoemate wanted to protect and serve. Family friends tell me that's why he joined law enforcement, to protect his family.
Casey wasn't serious about a lot of things, but he loved being an officer. He loved being a deputy.
Shoemate was with the Miller County Sheriff's Office for about 6 months when he died, and an officer with the Eldon Police Department before that. First responders lined up to pay their respects because to them it's like losing a family member, even if they served on the opposite side of the state.
Any loss of life is tragic. Any loss of life is tragic. Whenever you lose a law enforcement officer, it's harder to deal with, especially for other law enforcement officers.
Sheriff Wheeler says it's hard for all first responders. Inside the Church of Osage Hills, decorated with pictures of Shoemate with friends and family, smiling in his uniform. Family and friends say Shoemate loved life, family, and joking around.
Today also, if you knew Casey, I hope you'll remember his joy and his laughter. So it's okay to cry. It'll also be okay to laugh today.
Law enforcement officers saluted the fallen deputy and lit up their vehicles and motorcycles for miles, lighting the way to his final resting place. Reporting in Osage Beach, Kirstie Crawford, ABC 17 News.
That's where ABC 17's Kirstie Crawford joins us live. And Kirstie, the victim told ABC 17 News crews when you were there, a white truck actually ended up saving her life.
Deborah, the victim told our crews that a white truck revved up its engine when he saw the group of men behind her. He circled the parking lot, scaring those suspects away, possibly saving her life.
She came in and she had she was just bloody and the back of her had grass stains all over it and everything. And that's whenever they were saying, oh, she just got robbed at gunpoint and everything. So I went and grabbed the first aid kit. And I was wrapping up her injuries and everything. We got on the phone with the police.
Witnesses say the men were on bikes wearing masks when they attacked the victim. 2 of the suspects were reportedly armed. When the police got to the scene, the men split up and officers had to chase them down.
One of the guys who's riding the bike, running from the police, he got caught right in front of me. Yep, I was right there on the sidewalk. He had I guess the officer put the gun out on him and told him to get on the ground. And, you know, it wasn't nothing he could do, so he just got on the ground.
Lieutenant Matt Stevens with Columbia Police said the men stayed in the general area, some found near O'Reilly's auto store and another near Joe Mawkins. But when they were all caught, they were found with evidence related to the robbery.
The one that I just caught had a mask and a gun with him.
It's unclear what condition the victim is currently in, but nothing was reportedly taken from her. Reporting live in Columbia, Kirstie Crawford, ABC 17 News.